Jerk, scumbag, a disgrace to the uniform. If you logged on right now, you could find more than one website or blog where insults like those are directed at police officers.
Yeah, but would you believe that the people behind those offensive words aren't ex-cons, they're fellow officers? It all has to do with the so-called cop code. It's actually something that a CBS 6 viewer tipped us off about. So what is the cop code? Lorene Martinez is live with a special CBS 6 investigation tonight.
Well, Stephanie and Rob, every day police officers patrol this street and they stop people and give them a ticket. But those same officers may look the other way when it's one of their own behind the wheel. So it's not illegal, but just how common is it? Is there really a code among cops? Well, we asked that question, and it's the focus of my special investigation. Speeding, running red lights, even driving drunk. Most times you're going to get a ticket for breaking the law, or worse, go to jail. Bad boys, bad boys. But some cops expect to be let off the hook when they're the ones in the driver's seat. Police now, baby, no break. It's known in police circles as professional courtesy. And now there's a website where cops complain about other cops who won't extend that courtesy. For instance, a New York officer called a D.C. cop a scumbag for leaving a ticket on his windshield. And a New Jersey cop rails on about a Petersburg police officer who wrote him up for going 85 in a 55. He goes on to complain about the entire state's police, saying Virginia is a different breed of cops with a different agenda. They just don't get it, and they probably never will. One officer calls another a jerk, and this one even gets violent, saying some just need a good old-fashioned beating. The cop code isn't just written about on the internet. Sometimes it's said out loud and in public.
Any officer or department that denies that it's happened either is totally clueless or is outright lying.
Just this week, a former sheriff's deputy in Northern Virginia, who's now running for his boss's job, told reporters when he was on the force, he fixed tickets for friends and family on a regular basis. And so did his fellow deputies. His former boss and now political opponent doesn't deny it happened.
If he said he routinely tears up tickets, I've got a problem with that. And we'd have had a problem with that if he were still here. He obviously got by with it.
Richmond attorney Stephen Benjamin sees both sides.
We like to say that nobody's above the law, and certainly not police officers. But let's be real. We know that officers will cut slack to other officers. It's a reasonable expectation.
Benjamin adds many professions exercise discretion or a professional courtesy. We've asked nearly a dozen cops from many jurisdictions if there's a cop code. Some say yes, others say no, but only one would talk about it for our cameras.
If a cop stops another cop, you don't think he would be more lenient toward that officer?
Well, let me put it this way. That is not a chance that I am willing to take.
Richmond's Chief Rodney Monroe says back when he was on the street, there was a code and people followed it, including him. But he says that's in the past. Now as chief, he says he's got evidence that shows the cop code is broken.
Every officer is required, based on our general orders, when they are issued a ticket, to report it to the department. And that's what happens, and it happens on sometimes, unfortunately, a rather frequent basis.
Chief Monroe says all officers can use their discretion when dealing with anyone on the road, but discretion doesn't give other officers a license to act disrespectfully. He says no one should expect to get a break when breaking the law.
If I'm out there sitting on the road running radar and somebody comes through that radar at 30, 40 miles above the posted speed limit, to me that's viewed as a matter of disrespect.
And Chief Monroe says it goes both ways. He doesn't expect his officers to break any laws and then expect to get away with it. Well, we want to know, what do you think? Is there really this code among cops, and do you think it's right or wrong, or is it fair? Log on to WTVR.com and click on the hot button. Rob and Stephanie?
Lorene, I looked at the report, and these officers are really angry, and they name names, and their rants are really detailed.
Yeah, they are. They name names, they give badge numbers, but the officers who are writing many of these things online are not giving their names, so you don't really know where it's coming from, but obviously a lot of them are very upset, and it's certainly something that's inspiring them to get online.
And as you said, hit the hot button and give us your opinion about it.
That's
Thanks.
right.
Thanks, Lauren.